So for this last 15 months, we've been working behind the scenes here in the labs to produce COVID results for both patients and staff here in the Trust. I would like to take you through some of the processes that we currently have in order to get your result. Here we have Anya, Harley and Laura. They have two roles. The first is to check that the sample and the request have the same details. The second is to add a solution called a lysis buffer to the swab. This kills the virus, which makes it safer to work with in the lab. Rebecca's role is now to prepare the sample for the next stage. This allows us to extract any coronavirus genes, the RNA, from the sample. Another buffer is added which helps to free up this RNA. Some of this mixture is then placed into an extraction plate. The plate is added onto a robotic analyzer called a Comagic. Any RNA present is extracted from the sample using magnetic beads. For 94 patients, this takes approximately 2.5 hours. Each sample has controls present to ensure accurate results. All the steps in the process have to be carried out in separate rooms of the lab to reduce the possibility of contamination between samples. Antonio places the prepared samples onto an analyzer called the light cycler. This amplifies and detects any genes present in the sample. Over 1.5 hours, each sample is amplified thousands of times. Here, Andrew and Catherine are using a different analyzer called the Samba. This is another PCR test that we can use. This process takes approximately 2 hours from sample to result, making this test useful for those areas needing a quicker result, possibly where a patient is going for an urgent procedure. We can run one sample at a time using the sample, and we have 8 of these analyzers in the lab.